power and cooling? Well, it was between 80 to 100 billion in 2025. Power and cooling are eating 30 to 40% of AI infrastructure spend. And this is not optional spending. This is the foundation that makes everything else work. Data centers globally consumed 176 terawatt hours of electricity back in 2023. And AI is pushing that number up fast. The US Department of Energy is projecting that data center power consumption could hit 12% of US electricity by 2028. And that's because AI data centers have a completely different power profile than traditional data centers. A traditional data center might have rack densities of 5 to 10 kilowatts, whereas an AI data center with GPUs, you're looking at 60 to 100 kilowatts per rack. Some of the newest high-density racks are pushing 120 kilowatts. And all of that power turns into heat, which means you need cooling, a lot of cooling. Water consumption for data centers globally is about 560 billion liters annually. And the International Energy Agency projects that's going to double to 1.2 trillion liters of water by 2030. We're talking about doubling water consumption in 5 years. So where's the money going? Liquid cooling systems. Vertev and Schneider Electric are the big players here, and they're raking in billions. Liquid cooling can cut energy consumption by 10 to 15% compared to traditional cooling. But it requires different infrastructure, different plumbing, different maintenance, and different expertise. And it doesn't necessarily solve the water problem. It just changes how you use it. You're still consuming massive amounts of water for heat rejection. Now here's where it gets a little more worrisome. Some regions are hitting hard limits. Texas saw a 62% spike in data center power demand in 2025, and the grid can handle it. There was blackouts, load relief warnings, etc. So now there are talks of 1.4 trillion in grid upgrades across the US by 2030 to support data center growth. So as you may glean from this, this is not a tech problem anymore. It's a utility problem. It's a policy problem. And it's a regional planning problem. If you're trying to build AI infrastructure, power availability is your first filter in your site selection process, not an afterthought. The first question, can you get power? Then, how much? How fast? And at what cost? Because if you can't get power, nothing else matters. That's why you've seen some big hyperscalers move to reopen nuclear plants, basically becoming their own power utility.